Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So I hope everyone's having a great day. My day has been pretty interesting. So Spirit is going to share a message. We're still working through the light and the dark. So we still have the Guardians of the Night Tarot and then the White Light. So first card that came out was the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so what they're showing me to look at is, if you look at, okay, these are all fears, right? So at the middle we have the snake, and then there's this ring of spiders. They showed me to look at, it was mostly this owl. The spider's like right in it. They just showed me like the darkness or the heaviness in the owl. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Okay, so let's say you do have a fear and you do avoid it, right? Fears only come up to show us something that we need to look a little deeper into. It's not meant for us to take it on and take it in and entrap it in ourselves. And that's kind of what I'm seeing is like this is like a real deep perpetual fear. Some people are scared of spiders. They're showing it as like taking it and it's being trapped in your cellular memory, and now it's become like a part of your identity. But at the core of it all, it doesn't feel good. It has that anxiety feeling. It has maybe depression attached to it. It just has heavy, really dense, uncomfortable energies that aren't meant to be stored there. I do see the other owls don't quite have it on them, but this one is like an attachment. It's just such a deep rooted fear that it stopped the Wheel of Fortune from being upright. It put it into reverse. So rather than going out and living life, now I see someone kind of being scared of life. So Spirit, what do you want to talk about that? What does somebody need to know when it comes to dealing with really deep embedded fears? They could have been there so long that you don't even know that you've allowed it to take more space than it was ever allowed to have. So we pulled 3 more cards, and then they said 2 of these. So that one. And that one. Interesting. All right. So the first card that came out is the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is the victory card. It is overcoming something. Usually it's this like knight coming back on a horse with his long horn, like celebrating, right? He's got like ribbons all around him, just been victorious. So I do see you dealing with this. This is something, especially the more and more that it is now triggering you. Actually, I'm picking up on someone who's now, you used to like be able to go places, but now I'm seeing almost like social anxiety or something like that. I'm seeing that it's now affecting your way of life, and now you don't do the fun things that you used to do. And so rather than being lighthearted and happy, being more afraid. And so that's something that does need to be dealt with. And so you do have the victory card coming. It is, especially with Wands is fire energy. There is this passion that wants to be ignited. I see almost like two things trying to fit into the same space, you know, and then almost like the reference of like the good angel and the devil on the shoulder. These two things, your hopes and your dreams and your wishes and your fears and anxieties, can't live in the same place. Scamper toes. Cooper, you're clicking and clacking a lot. Do you want to hop up? Come on, hop up. Or go walk on carpet. Okay. Come here. Huh. There he is. Sorry, this is awkward. Yeah, so, and Cooper is such a fearful dog. He is. He's a very, very, very reactive dog. Show everyone your face, Cooper, not just your diapers, right? He's had a tough start, and because of that, he's reactive. He is. He's got fears, and the more and more that he's with us, the more and more he's starting to come out of his shell, starting to learn things that inspire him. Right? We're learning self-control, and we're learning to deal with those fears, huh? Come on over. Come on over. All right. So what I'm seeing from this card is how he's standing on the pole and how everyone's down here. Sometimes they're showing me when it comes to your goals and your wishes and your hopes and your dreams, sometimes it's not best to share with others what your plan is to do, your action to take forward, because these other ones can plant seeds or fears and doubts in your head, which eventually will go to the heart. And when that fear is in the heart, that's so much harder, because that's when you get that tight feeling that, right? It's supposed to be, I'm going to go straight to the healing card. It's supposed to be this sovereign, peaceful, void place. So in the next card we do have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So the octopus. They're just telling me that there's too many hands in the pot, and that it really is outside sources influencing you. It would be best for you to know where you stand first. I don't feel like these fears are real, but I don't feel like they're have much merit or substance to continue if you don't have little outside, you know, birds chirping in your ear. And so the best example I could say is one time I went to South America, and I remember I told my parents, because I just did it, because that's what I do. I just do stuff and then I tell people. But I told my dad after, and I just remember him looking at me and saying, "Are you stupid? Are you effing stupid?" And I was like, "What? Like, no, this is a new adventure. This is supposed to be exciting." But, you know, he's like, "Well, you gotta protect yourself over there. You got this and this and this." And that's his role as my father, right? To be protective. But little did he know that that instance, calling me stupid, really put doubt in my head. I became a little bit scared now, thinking I wasn't doing the right thing. But I was, because I was divinely guided to do it. And so each naysayer that kind of puts those doubts or those seeds, that's what I'm seeing. Don't take it with a grain of salt. As long as you know what you want and what you think and what you feel and where you feel called to go and what to do and, you know, what adventure to start. Be so solid in that before you share with others. Because I don't think you started off as this owl. This owl, the spider's down there. It's like, it knows that there's things and fears in the world that happen, right? These ones. And then as it kind of started spiraling and thinking, it started to take that thought or that fear and call it its own. Take it and embody it. From the next card, we got the honey badger. And I will tell you one thing. The honey badger doesn't give a F about anyone. Honey badger does what honey badger wants. And I think that's the perfect card for the chariot. Yeah, honey badgers are tough little buggers. They will even fight lions. Did you see that video? It fought a cobra, fought the lions. Honey badger, there's a video, and that's why I think I shared it to my brother. And it was just funny because truly, honey badgers are like the perfect energy to embody when it comes to dealing with your fears. They will fight for what they want. They will stand up for their beliefs, and nothing, not even the king of the jungle could persuade him from what he wants, because the chariot is all about forward moving action, going for it. This wheel of fortune, we got lots of wheels here, right? We've got the wheel itself, the wheel of fortune. We've got the chariot, which has the wheels that keep it moving and the momentum. As I looked down, this card was flipped over, but there we got the circle again. And then when I looked down here, I keep calling it Kraken, the octopus has the pentacle. So there's lots of wheels, lots of motion. There will be victory. And whatever it is that your hopes and dreams are, as long as you don't let outside sources, I'm seeing a cup of water. And where's that octopus? I'm thinking of a squid, but we're gonna use the octopus. You know how when they get scared, they ink? I'm seeing that just tainting all the water. One tiny fear wrecked all the clear, pure water. You're the purity. Why? Because here's the sovereign queen Maeve. Being just pure light, pure love. And what I'm normally, okay, so I can't make videos at this time of day because the sun comes and I do need different blinds, but it makes those dots and I see them on me right now. And that's what's going on in this card. It's aligning to your light. And I always try to avoid these, but today I was like, whatever. It was over there, now it's here. It showed up at the perfect time. Coming into alignment, right? Now that this is in alignment, now the wheel will flow. These owls, I see 4 of them. That's stability. That's protection. That's all elements, right? Everything coming together, divinely guided. So at the middle of this is a snake. A lot of people are scared of snakes, but the snake is all about regeneration, right? Yeah, I do see this fear shedding very easy. Oh, there's bats in here too. There's just so many things. Scorpions, wow, the more and more I look at it, everything here, there's tons and tons of fear. I kept calling that a butterfly, but it's a moth. Scorpions and moths and but let's say these fears, there is a reason for them. I'm just gonna wait because there is a reason for the fears. The fears are teaching you something. It's like do you truly believe what you believe, and this goal or this hope and dream that you want? Do you really, really want it? Because here's some bumps on the road, and each bump is hopefully going to deter you from going forward with your calling. But the true person who has listened to the guidance of where to go, and they know that all signs, everywhere they look, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The people will just randomly say things to you, or you'll see repeating numbers, or it's just how many coincidences do I need before I know that this is divinely guided by source? A lot of them, apparently. But the more and more you get, the more and more it's just like a wink and a nudge from the universe. And so each of these bumps, when you finally do accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you look back, this is actually quite a pretty card. It's all blended, and there's colors that are beautiful, and right, it's not being attached to that fear anymore. It's now being able to observe the fear outside of yourself and not letting it be in yourself. That's a hard thing to learn, to detach from the fears. So Spirit, I was gonna ask what we could do to let go of this fear, but they said we already told you. And so, oh, there it is. Sorry. It is that constantly being present and seeing the synchronicities in life that you are, it's those winks. The more and more that you pay attention to these, the more and more I see that spark, that joy, that excitement. It's a treasure hunt. And that's exactly what life is. When you have a wish or a hope or a dream, you could view it two ways. You could view it as another bump and get mad and discouraged and quit. A lot of people will stop there. Or you could be like, check out this roller coaster, wee, whoa, right? More enjoy the ride, because you will get your goal. There will be victory. There will be movement. Things will change. And you will reach to your goal. You will just be successful. That's it. But when you get it, that's what they always say, right? It's not the goal, it's the journey. It's what you're made of that got you there, how you handle things. And fear is a very reasonable thing. And, people really are trying to give you the best advice that they know. But if you're not listening to all those, there's just so many winks from the universe. It's like they're playing the song Drops of Jupiter. It's okay. They got me to the part, she walks like summer and talks like rain. I butchered that part. But they told me it's about dancing in the rain. It truly is not what you do, it's how you do it. And that is just the message today. Go and do whatever it is that you want. And when a fear does come, where did it start from? What's the origins of it? Is this fear in your mind, or is this fear in your heart, or is this fear from something that you heard from externally outside yourself? You have clear vision. You know what you want. You are seeing the signs and the synchronicities perfectly. And those signs and synchronicities are going to help you through the fear. They're going to work through this. You're going to get through this. You're going to get your aha moment. But even the aha moment isn't the end. You're going to get that goal, and then you're going to have another goal, and then you're going to have another goal. And so it's really for you to build this trust with Spirit and always follow your own advice and your own guidance. Even if you mess up, you can know how you got there and what you thought and then fine tune it to be something else. But when other people are telling you what to do, that's very hard because you've shut down your intuition, you've shut down your inner knowing. And that's when the fears come in. Some fears, like snakes, an example. I had a fear of snakes only because my grandma and my mom have fear of snakes, and every time that it was on TV or a picture or a story, they made sure to let their fear be known. And so I was like, whoa, why did I take this fear on of snakes? I'm not scared of snakes. But how do they move? Just that. No. But I'm not scared. I'm not. I've learned so much from the snake energy that has come to help me work through my fears. Because those weren't my fears. Those were my ancestors' fears. But I have really cool things that I need to go do, and I can't tell you what it is because I could tell you later. So have a wonderful day, guys. If you're feeling that anxious anxiety, if it's in you, find out where that fear is in you. Is it just a thought? Thoughts are easy to let go. But when you've incorporated it into you, those are the hardest to work through. So that's where you need to have belief. Belief in everything working out divinely for you. How many bad situations have you been through? Look back and there's tons. And guess what? You're here right now. You made it. You made it through every single one of those. So what's one more? And with that, I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.